Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque, then in the same church, in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine, irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look through our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and in the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 257th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice here on Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name's Rick Cramond, and I'll be host here today, along with Mark and Elias as co-hosts. And I believe we are ready to begin today's lovely presentation with members of the Universal Council. And let me just get that presentation ready. And let's begin.
That's not the first page.
Oh, sorry about that.
No problem.
There we go.
Yeah, thank you. So, hello, this is Marie. I'm a Universal Council member for the Norwegian language. And I welcome you all to this One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace. And what an exciting week we have. The whole presentation will, or the show today will reflect this excitement that we have for all the events that is coming on a row. And as a start, I have made like an introduction because the Brazilian community, they are sending out a quick index of the Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And I was reading that and I made like a script. So I will read that, and it's from the latest Knowledge Seekers Workshop. So thank you to the Brazilians. Okay, so it's about the prophets of the past and our mission this week and what Mr. Keshe is telling us about it. In the first session on the 16th of December 2022, we allowed you as the man for the first time to connect to your creator. And for years now, every Sunday, you have been spraying ganses around your cities and in the rivers and everywhere. By doing this, you have been adding to the energy of the planet. Man, in his weakness, turned to people amongst himself who understood a little bit more, and he allowed these people to guide him. And then he accepted it as something stronger than himself. Some men started to look for more answers, and they searched, and some got enlightened and saw more about life, and these we called the prophets. People then choose one of these prophets over the other to guide them because they didn't know what the soul of the prophet, or they didn't know that the soul of the prophet is the same soul for different prophets. So they all have the same soul. The soul of the prophet was connected to the knowledge of the universe and had no fault in it. But the soul of physicality of the men who was the prophets still had their own impurities within themselves. The soul of physicality of the prophets is the part that needs to be elevated. Now, on the 20th of January, so it's this week, we will take the next step, and that is to bring correction to the soul of physicality of those whom we call messengers. Now we'll complete the next part of elevating the soul of physicality of the prophets. Man's responsibility today is to correct and elevate the soul of physicality of the prophets. By doing this, their followers will also get elevated. The soul of the prophet itself is perfect. It's the soul of physicality that needs to be elevated. When that correction is done, peace will come upon the earth. World peace is not possible by just stopping the guns and the bullets, because in another few weeks, months, years, man will go at it again. With what we learned through the cosmic rays, we can perfect the soul of this planet to be able to feed its citizens so that they don't kill anymore. This process has already started. In a way, you become a tool to elevate the weakness, to correct and bring back the soul of what went wrong. And then we will transfer the knowledge to his followers, and this will correct them. We already corrected the message of the 10 commandments and completed them. So now we have 24 commandments. The purpose of the 20th of January is for those of you who believe in world peace and oneness of humanity and the creation, to come together as one soul to elevate the prophets whom we believed in, for them to be corrected in the dimension of the physicality, because that soul failed to complete the cycle in the dimension of physicality. When it completes itself, it will bring a permanent peace on this planet. But the citizens have one fault. They are believers in their prophets who had faults in bringing the message of the Creator. Once this is corrected, then we shall see peace amongst the followers of each religion. The soul of physicality, of the structure of this soul of the man and the soul of creation will be perfect. And a perfect soul will not create war. Peace on this planet and for peace to be kept in the universe cannot come unless man understands where the weakness is, and then we correct it. You still get enough energy from the cosmic rays. But the problem is you are still connected through your emotions to the path you believe in, to the man who has done wrong. Then you understand, and the true peace will come with the soul of the man and the soul of physicality in the dimension of the fields of the universe. There is no difference in the fields, and they become one, and then you find peace. To complete the process of peace, it has to come from the emotion of the man, in the belief and understanding of where it went wrong, and leave the path it started on. When you come on Friday, January 20th, come fully armed to understand the responsibility you have accepted and you wish to be part of it. It's a collective soul effort to elevate the soul of physicality of the man you believed in as a prophet and his work in showing the path to the Creator. Once you elevate the soul of physicality of the messenger through the belief and connection to his followers, it corrects the Pope, Alatoyas, and the rest of them. Then we will see the lasting peace that the man has been praying for. Even those who say they are atheists, they still believe because they came from the bloodline of the people who believed in the prophets. Now you understand what is about to happen on the 20th. You will meet the soul of those who you believed in. It's for you to elevate them. Give freely to them, that their soul of physicality becomes the same as the soul of the message and the messenger and the creator. That we see lasting peace, not only on this planet. Then the man will not be fooled by any magicians across the universe. Those of you who understand will in the future, through your soul or subdivisions of your souls, become the messengers in another part of the universe. The conduct, the message, the messenger, and the soul of the creator shall all be one. The level of understanding and elevation of the soul of the man of today has reached above the level of the soul of the prophets of the past. Because now you know the truth, and there is nothing to be hidden. There are no intermediaries. Then you understand how important the next coming weeks and months in this cycle of the knowledge will be. When your soul of physicality and the soul of the man becomes one, then you can transmute. That's why I said the world leaders will walk away, because they cannot bring the soul of physicality, which has done so much wrong, to the soul of the man, to be equal to the soul of the creator. Now you understand. I have given you the teachings. It's for you to understand the message and become the messengers of your own soul and nobody else's. Now it's very clear where we are heading for. World peace will not come through financial stability, nor through just putting the weapons down. The world peace will come when the soul of physicality and the soul of the man becomes one. Thank you. So that is the message for this week from the 467th Knowledge Seekers Workshop. It's very beautiful, and it's a very important time for the knowledge seekers and the Universal Council. Thank you. We can go to the next slide, Rick. So this is a video from the Brazilian community. I haven't seen it, but I think it's a testimonial from the 16th of December. That's the flight session that, or the big event that was on the 16th.
Okay, this video is about 12 minutes and we'll begin now.
16 de dezembro, dia prometido. Um novo ciclo começa. 16 de dezembro de 2022 será lembrado como ponto de virada no desenvolvimento do homem no processo de descobrir e viver em sua própria alma. O Cristo tentou ensinar isso há 2000 anos, mas naquela época o homem não estava preparado para isso. E depois as religiões se formaram, mas os líderes não entenderam a essência da mensagem e começaram a criar dogmas e confusão. Eles se fecharam em conceitos que nunca poderão ser cumpridos. Assim como no nascimento de Cristo, quando as almas puras e inocentes encontraram o seu caminho para celebrar o evento, assim também no dia 16, apenas os leigos da Terra, juntamente com os visitantes do universo, criaram juntos a cúpula da alma do homem e iniciaram a interação com a comunidade universal. No dia 16, os raios cósmicos fabricados pelo homem foram usados nos sistemas, assim como os campos do cosmos que não fazem parte deste planeta. Outro lindo presente para a humanidade é que a alma do Criador, Mitra e o filho de Mitra estiveram todos presentes na sessão. E os membros da comunidade universal nasceram na Terra como embaixadores apenas para participar deste evento, que nossos amigos de fora da Terra estavam observando e esperando para ver a nova luz da alma do homem brilhando no universo. A mudança que afetará a todo o universo começou no dia 16 na Terra. Quando a humanidade mudar de direção para aceitar o novo conhecimento, então os outros começarão também a mudar. Fazer parte deste evento cósmico está verdadeiramente além de nossa imaginação, e quão afortunadas são as almas que nele participaram. Agora iremos compartilhar o depoimento de uma buscadora de conhecimento que participou deste evento do dia 16 de dezembro de 2022.
Olá, buscadores! É com alegria que compartilho com vocês como foi o meu momento de voo de plasma nesta manhã de 16/12 de 2022. Este momento iniciou para mim às 8h40, quando entendi que estava conectada com o todo e que os ruídos que eu ouvia das pessoas não iriam me perturbar, nem no físico e nem na alma, porque antes estava incomodando. Entendi que estava conectada com todo e todos ali presentes são parte de mim. E vamos voar juntos. A partir daí, eu me senti tão leve como suspensa entre a terra e o céu. Senti paz e alegria de estar neste voo com pessoas de outras cidades e de outros mundos. Senti-me profundamente aconchegada e aceita por todos. O último pedido do Sr. Keshe foi para nos conectarmos com a nossa alma para ir de encontro com a alma do Criador. A emoção foi enorme por sentir a vida tão leve e descansada e por vivenciar tudo isso. Em cada batida que se encontrava com a batida do meu coração, foi aumentando a minha confiança e o meu amor pela humanidade, por mim mesmo e pela tecnologia do plasma. É um sentimento de estar realizada e feliz. Senti-me expandida, recebendo e doando amor. A compreensão de mim mesmo e do outro foi expandida também neste momento. Pude sentir e entender a perfeição e a grandeza do trabalho realizado através da tecnologia do plasma pelo Sr. Keshe e o imenso amor que recebemos através dele. Digo que o meu ser e o meu amor se intensificaram neste dia através deste voo. Gratidão a todos os buscadores de conhecimento e gratidão ao Sr. Keshe. Olá a todos, sou Maria de Fátima. Eu estou aqui com vocês novamente para compartilhar sobre o voo do dia 16/12 de 2022. Havia um desejo importante para mim naquele dia. Eu desejava ser esclarecida de emoções ocultas que me causavam muito sofrimento desde a adolescência, nos meus 14 anos de idade, quando sofri abuso por membros da minha família. Por 2 membros, ou melhor, por 3 membros, porque a minha mãe, ela não me acolhia nesses momentos difíceis que eu passava. Isso me gerou a síndrome da fadiga crônica, e eu só soube disto porque o Sr. Keshe me disse agora nesses dias em dezembro. Porém, o momento do contato via celular do dia 16/12 foi tão incrível e emocionante por estar ali reunida com tantas almas no mesmo propósito, que eu não pensava mais em nenhum desejo, e eu só queria sentir aquele momento tocante e divino. Foram emoções grandiosas de paz, alegria e serenidade. E vagarosamente eu me encostei na cadeira e fechei os olhos e vi uma nuvem negra e densa, não muito grande, e dela saíam raios brilhantes. Então eu pensei que aquele momento os raios estavam vindo para mim, que aquela nuvem negra ia ficar para trás. E eu não podia falar nada com os microfones ligados, ou melhor, com o microfone ligado. Então eu pensei, puxa vida, são raios cósmicos. E eu os vi e os senti. Foi nesse momento que eu fiquei tão leve como suspensa entre a terra e o céu, conforme eu disse a vocês no primeiro depoimento. E eu me perdi por uns instantes e só me refiz ouvindo os sons vindos da Fundação Keshe. Já era o momento do encontro com a alma do nosso Criador. Então, buscadores, após esse maravilhoso evento, a minha alma, provida do que eu necessitava, está descansada agora, serena e tranquila, sem sofrimento, sem dor, sem julgamentos. E as revelações vêm chegando para mim com a mesma intensidade do dia 16/12. Com a emoção dos campos da alma, eu estou mais consciente, mais alinhada fisicamente e tomando decisões mais direcionadas, corretas com relação às pessoas e a mim mesma. Eu sou grata ao generoso amor de Deus por este avivamento. Este transporte para uma nova visão me libertou das sequelas da violência doméstica e dos abusos por parte de familiares. Então, eu me pergunto, quantas almas eu aprisionei com as minhas dores, com a minha depressão, com as minhas angústias? Foram muitas ao longo desses anos, ainda que eu as amasse tanto. Porém, agora, depois deste evento, eu me pergunto, quantas almas posso libertar com a minha alma em paz? E eu me respondo, incontáveis almas, milhares, milhões, bilhões de almas. Eu sei que todos nós juntos podemos fazer isso, elevando nossas intenções a todos que carecem dessa paz, pois somos um. E eu agradeço ao Sr. Keshe por nos proporcionar esse momento divino. Muitas felicidades ao Senhor. Obrigada, buscadores, por me ouvirem. Gratidão.
We'll have the
January 2023 as a specific project. Try to join as many as you can, because we gave you a surprise as a Christmas gift. But the January, February, and March sessions of these what called Friday afternoon sessions is part of the development of the soul of the man for a space travel. We don't go through explaining what we do exactly how we explained in about the 16th of December flight, because then it sets preset mind. You all came in on the 16th to see if your cancer goes, if you can go to the moon, and everything else. But none of you expected to meet your creator. And you all met your creator in the dimension of the soul. Technological data shows us we are correct. And there is no conflict. 20th of January flight is something special. The one in February will knock your shoes off, as they call, and your socks together. March will bring you a shocking realization. And these are all in the dimension of the science, interaction with the universal community, understanding the work of your own structure, the way we did. The 16th session was important for many of you, and we'll see a number of you who were on the 16th will come on the 20th, will appear in February and in March and thereon. These souls are part of the structure of the next generation.
Hello, this is Marie again. This is something that Mr. Keshe talked about also in the latest Knowledge Seekers workshop about the wish of the Universal Council. So I thought, or we in the Universal Council thought this was very important to bring. So I read this, what is saying here about the wish of the Universal Council. In the cycle, I just have to check my microphone. Yes. In the cycle of man on this planet, there is nothing higher than the wish of the soul, unanimous soul of the Universal Council. If the soul of the Universal Council in unity wishes, it becomes a command for the soul of humanity and beyond. And sooner or later, the mankind comes to understand, Mr. Keshe says. So that is a little bit about the importance of the Universal Council wishes by our teacher, Mr. Keshe. So maybe I'll read the first wish too. You can go to the next slide, Rick. We, the Universal Council, gives from our soul to the prophets of the past so they can elevate their souls and correct their misconduct by following the 24 commandments of the Creator to restore peace on planet Earth?
We are present, my dear.
So in a way, everything is coming together. Can you all see that? We talked about that. Everything is coming together. The Universal Council is all about bringing peace to planet Earth so that we can become travelers of space and become universal teachers and live amongst the universal community. In this latest Knowledge Seekers workshop, and Mr. Keshe is putting it all together, we have to elevate the solar physicality of the prophets because of their misconduct that we have heard about in the teachings before. And when we do that, they will elevate, and that gives us the peace that we are longing for. So that's so beautiful. Maybe you take over from now, Sweta. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much.
You can go to the next slide. There's another wish.
Yes. 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 Mary, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hello, Mary. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Here, welcome, my dear beautiful souls. The beautiful wishes from all of us, from within our heart and soul. It always works with the intention of love. And here is the wish again, a wish. We, the Universal Council, gives from our soul to the prophets of the past, so their followers can correct their misconduct and restore peace on planet Earth. And thus the infinity loop completes on both the sides. This is the beautiful wish. And we are all together in it, as this is the moment we were wishing for eons. Now this condition of love are fulfilling. So my dear ones, be in the wishes always, from anywhere of the world, the planet, the cosmos. Thank you, my dear one. Thank you. We are present. Now we can go to the next slide. Here, yes, of course. Thank you. Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome. Suswagatam. For the elevation of all souls in its existence, we are taking the space of 1 minute. If we say without the timeline, or in the timeline, we can say 1 minute, but the time is out of comprehension. The magnitude, if we say, is out of comprehension, and it works in a huge form. Well, we can say huge in this matter state. So, fortune of all souls in existence, always in love. We are taking 1 minute of silence, my dear beautiful souls, and the time starts from now. for your beautiful souls, for your kindness and love, for all that exists. And we can see in manifestation the love that is spreading. Thank you. Salam, namaste, salute. Now we can. Here is a picture created, a painting by me from my soul, heart and soul. And I also want to say that it was, I'm able to speak. I don't know how I'm still not good in words, but because of Keshe Foundation love and for giving this knowledge and the help of our beautiful teachers of Keshe Foundation, in a way that I shouldn't hide anything like that, I have to speak anyhow in words what I can make, So here is the picture created by me, and this is about the beauty and totality. And I also apologize, my internet is falling sometimes and coming up. Please, I apologize. This is the image of beauty and totality. And the totality is the soul. And I create the soul as a dragon. So in strength, so beautiful, so kind, so in love, He's in love. And the beauty is the science, that is the manifestation. Here in India, we call the Devi, with the seed of the creation. And this is created as a manifestation of love, of the totality, the soul. And this love we have received from eons, receiving the love from eons as it is. Now we understand, opening the door to receive the kindness of the Creator, the love of the Creator. I have created this image, the soul as a dragon, untangible, beautiful, lovely, lover, the strength of love. So then the beauty, the science, the manifestation, tangible, bending in humbleness, saying, Salam, Namaste, salute, my dear beautiful soul. I trust in you and in this understanding and in the waters, universal waters, in the peace, in the path of peace together, and all that is. The true marriage is going on. It has been done, the marriage, but we see a humbleness, both of us, both the soul and the manifestation. And then with this marriage, the garden is created for the child to play in the condition of unconditional love. And we can say that this is the need of this time. And, the lover, we have become lover. We all have become lovers. And when we bend, when we say, oh, my love, then the soul kisses us and say, will you marry me? Kind of that, And he takes cares of us. He cares of us because we are the image of that soul. And he was the strength. I have depicted the strength, the strength of the soul. So much in positiveness, and so much in positiveness that we cannot imagine the giving. The giving is so much that all the charities of the world fades away, kind of that, the charity. And then we say, I am at your service, and the seed will grow as I have the prosperity, abundance and all, and I will give in the services my love. So in the waters, universal waters, in the path of peace and all that is love, be prepared to get married in the trust and bear the child of beauty and totality. I will say, as a testimonials, you can see the strength of the soul. When it kisses, all pains go away like that. I will say a huge transformation how can I say that? I have no words, because we are all feeling that, we are not able to speak. And that is why we were at that time that we were just a household. We are becoming a household, and nobody ask anything more, because we are like a household person and to be granted. And then we are such, kind of um, not able to speak. If we speak, then they will not understand. Now we are with, as in the soul communication, we are in the, when we speak, all souls will understand. This is the way we do our communication now. And we are ready for 20th, and be ready to meet the lover, ready for the marriage, trust. And there will be no way that anyone can stop love. So sit, be positioned in your, what I can say, in a balanced position, as we say in plasma, that be in the positiveness, my dear one, and feel the love. Open your hearts, open your hearts. So here are, we said we became lovers, and we have to understand that. This is what I wanted to say, my dear beautiful souls. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me, as we are all in services, and always will be. And that is forever, my dear ones. Thank you. Salam, namaste, salute, beautiful souls. Thank you so much. Rick, can we now, when we go to the next slide?
Okay, I don't know if Jacko is available, because he is at work. Jacko is the Universal Council member for the Dutch language. Yeah, okay. So I'll just say something quick about this picture, because we can bring it back another time when Jacko is available. But it's called connecting the dots. And I was thinking that it's like everything comes together in these days. All the knowledge that we have learned, it's coming together. So because the goal is world peace, isn't it? As a mean to become travelers of space. And we learned a lot about the soul of the man. We know we have a soul of physicality, and we have been working on our soul and our soul of physicality, and we have got a lot of ways where how we can learn to live the soul wants us to live our physical life, and that is in the commandments. We have received 24 commandments. 10 of them we know from before, because Moses brought them, but Moses got 24 commandments we've learned, and but he only brought forward 10. So the world would have changed if he had brought the message. And what else can I say about connecting the dots? Yes, so now we know that we have to correct our messengers, or those who was kind of granted this messenger soul. And we know some of them, but there might be many more. So we know like Muhammad and Jesus and Buddha and Moses got it, and many, many more. I'm not very knowledgeable about the religions, but I see things where you should think good and act good and speak good. It's also a good rule and of living. And as someone said, it's in a way the commandments, they are not difficult because it's common sense. You shall not murder. Of course you shall not murder. Or you shall not lie. Of course you should not lie. So in a way we already know. So it's very exciting times. And with the beautiful cosmic rays too, which will help us feed ourselves on the fields from the universe, then we will not need to kill anyone to eat and survive on this planet, because we have a lack of energy. That's why we need to eat the chicken and the plants, and they don't like that. So it's kind of, we deplete ourselves by doing that. So it's connecting the dots. And another thing I can say about connecting the dots is that we are all connected. We all know that because we are all coming from the same place. So the same ray of the creator, where it all started, the ray of the creator who divided and interacted with itself and created this universe and all life and everything. So there are life in every corner of this creation, and we are all kind of related to it through the fields, because it's all the same fields are splitted and interacts, and so we are all one in a way. Yeah, so that is the connection of the dots, and it's also how Mr. Keshe is drawing the plasma. Isn't that funny? Okay, enough about that, because we bring this picture back when we have Jacko available, but for the moment he's not available.
Marie,
Yes.
hello. Marie,
Hello.
Jacko sent to you the text, the Telegram chat.
Okay, did he? In Telegram?
Yes.
Mary, Andreas has to say about this, maybe. Andreas, my dear? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here, but I have a other presentation.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did you send me something, Jacko? Because I don't have anything in my Telegram chat.
Jacob put in that chat, sent to you the text of the Telegram.
Let me see. I don't understand what you mean. Can you read it if you have it, Lisa?
No, Jacob put at the chat, you please see your Telegram chat, because him sent to you the text. Only to you.
Okay, so, but I just...
Telegram.
Yes, I'm on Telegram. I looked at Jacko. Oh, I cannot see that Jacko has sent me some text.
He said
Okay.
It didn't for some reason.
Okay, I don't have any text from Jacko, but we bring this up when Jacko is back, whenever that is. Okay, I see, Andreas, you wrote something. You wanted to share something? Okay, but I see that's about the commandments, so maybe we go to the next slide, because there we have a little bit about the commandments. And I was planning that we were going to play this video bits, but I think we played it in the Brazilian video, didn't we, Rick? Or maybe it's from another.
I'm not sure. That just played through from the video. It was an excerpt from the Knowledge Seekers Workshop. I'm not sure if it was the same ones as you've picked out here, though.
No, it's not. I see it's not. Okay, can we play these two parts that are on the screen?
Okay. Okay, this is an excerpt from the 465th Knowledge Seekers Workshop of Thursday, December 29th, 2022.
And February flight is arranged, organized in a way, not organization, but understood, will be one of the first interactions, which January is prelude to it, where we bring the soul of the man directly in touch with the soul of the universal community in a very different way. You came in touch with the soul of your prophet. We have a data, it shows when it happened. You came in touch with the soul of your creator in the soul dimension. Now we bring you to a new dimensions. And this needs to be done, that when you go to space, it doesn't become a magic. If you understand, we still work on physical dimension, flying UFO objects and whatever, because this is part of things you enjoy. We have to keep you busy. But the soul travel, where transmutation will become a norm of the future. A lot of things will change with and after 20th of January session. The same with February and March. And we go for mass multiplication of numbers in doing things. And these trials will bring us to that point. I discussed this with one of our doctors last night, that we go into multiple systems. And those of you who are with us and you've been with us, you will see the changes in every condition you have entered yourself for with the Keshe Foundation. So January session will be a blow-minding affair, what we call experience, and the same will go with February and March. But March 1 is where we hope to collaborate, and more or less after the landing of the first two people on the moon, then let them tell us how they see each other, the husband and wife, how they feel about each other. And then if we can get pictures through the souls to the peoples here, and through the soul of the man, convert these pictures to a physical picture. This is where the satellite people come in, those of you who register for satellites. communication through the universal community and through what we call a structural work will go through the satellite source. Those of you who volunteer for satellites, you do not know what a gift you have given to humanity. Because the work you do is separate than the work the Universal Council does. Totally different dimension. And we still need more satellite people to be there. This time you are putting your soul into line of what we call communication than your physicality. We don't need your computer hardware in the house. We need your beautiful souls to become that line of communication between the universal community and what we call man's understanding of the universal community. And this process will start early next year. So 20th of January will give you a beautiful sensation that you're a human and how as a human become part of the universal community. Let's see, and we'll see how as a whole we'll take the next step. Any other question?
We had a question from Nick in the live stream regarding the event on the 16th. He says, all the people that were there on the 16th of December that connected together and with the prophets and creator, what will happen to them? Why were they brought together by their souls? Thank you.
They are connected from the time of the 16th of December. And the purpose was for the soul of the man to understand has the capacity, strength, beauty, the elegance, and the understanding to sit at the table of the Creator. Many of you came with different reasons, but you didn't know your soul knew exactly what it was doing. Your souls were aware that it will sit with the Creator. That was a gift. Go back to your past generation. Go back to your ancestors and see which one of you, which one part of your bloodline has served the humanity. In some cases, your soul is the reason you are here. You've been there on the 16th. And on many of you, your part has been a gift and thank to your past generation for what they've done, for understanding of the creation and the work of the Creator. It's like your father has discovered something and now your son and his grandchild pick up the Nobel Prize without him even knowing what the grandfather has done. This is how it was said to be on the 16th. Rick was there. Rick has been with us a long, long time. Not just on this system and this project. It's the guy we came with. Things are not accidental and coincidental. So when you say what was the purpose, look in your life. Try to find out about your ancestors and see how they served humanity. That you picked up the flower.
Okay, I think that's where I'm supposed to stop on this excerpt.
Maybe we play the other excerpt too.
Okay. Starts at 2:17.
And on the table, on irrespective of color, race, and religion. And that was the promise of the Holy Books. The day of judgment, where all men are equal. And with it you came, and you brought all the memories of men right across. The Jews, the Muslims, the Christians, the American, the Iranians, the Chinese, all listen to the voice of your messengers and the words of your Creator. None of you was higher than the other one, none of you had a crown of kingship, or you're a better race. You all met on equal power. And that was promised. And for the first time, you had the rays of the universe, cosmic rays, which brought you to your Creator.
Which brings us to Farzam's question, who says, hello, Rick and Mr. Keshe. What are cosmic rays made from? Wikipedia says that it's primarily represented by protons or atomic nuclei, or in another way said that 90% proton and 10% nucleus of helium, or 90% beta positive ray and 10% alpha ray. I think I might have went a bit too far on that one. Are you there, Marie?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Maybe we go to the next slide. So the commandments, because we have created the document with the 24 commandments from the Knowledge Seekers Workshop 204, which everyone will have access to this document when we are ready with it. And we have chosen 3 commandments today. And they kind of reflect the misconduct of the prophets that we know about. So that is what I can say about that. So, and we will use the commandments because the commandments are given from the Creator, and it's our guidelines. And we have to remind the prophets of these guidelines. So that's the mission of the 20th of January. Okay, maybe we go to the first one. It's number 10. So it's from the 10 first, which are known to man. No, it's number 6. Thou shalt not murder. So some of the prophets, they did that. And we want to remind them that this is the command from the Creator, and we shall not murder. And in a way, it's common sense. If we want to live a life in balance with our soul, we cannot murder. But when we eat, we also murder. So, in a way, the cosmic rays will help us with the feeding from the cosmic rays through our soul, so we don't have to take someone's life anymore. Is there anyone else who wants to add to this commandment or have any thoughts? Okay. So we know that not all prophets, because I don't think, for instance, Jesus murdered anyone, but it's been like a misconduct. And since they have the same soul, you know, all the prophets, like we heard. So we need to get rid of this misconduct, which is murder, or take someone's life, or in a way take the life path of someone away. Okay, maybe we go to the next commandment. So this is number 10. I need it on my computer because I cannot read it too well. It says, "You shall not cover your neighbor's house, nor his wife, his manservant, his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is your neighbor's." And this is also a known misconduct by the prophets. We know that they, for instance, could run away with the wife of someone, and that is then they misbehaved according to this command from the Creator. Okay, I don't have so much more to say about this commandment, but it's all related to the prophets. That's the important thing here. So we go to the third and last commandment that we have today. And it's number 17. So it's from the new commandments that Mr. Keshe gave us in the 204th Knowledge Seekers Workshop. Number 17. Thou shalt be at peace with oneself, with thy neighbor, his tribe, and tribes. And in the 204th Knowledge Seekers Workshop, Mr. Keshe says, thou shalt be at peace with oneself, with thy neighbor, his tribe, and tribes. He could not invade and kill if he was at peace. So this had to be destroyed. So this is Moses who got these commandments. Because he could not do the coveting which he did. Desire of another woman in other places which he knew they exist and they are more beautiful. So he was after other men's women. To be able to covet, he destroyed this command. So there you have it. Mr. Keshe is telling us about the life of some of the prophets in his teachings. But there are more. And this is next. If you go to the next slide, Rick. This is from, I need to go to the next slide there. This is from private teaching, but we have a Universal Council asked Mr. Keshe, and he approved that we could use it in the public teaching. Because in this private soul teaching, he gave us more information about this commandment number 17. And this is a clear transcript. You see, coveting in English language, we always think of one thing, desire of having something which belongs to somebody else. And we dreamt of it, how to get it, how to have it, and how to enjoy it. If I rob a bank, I have the money to do this. I steal and I do this, and this has been what you call create the condition of one thing, something that doesn't belong to you. When you are at peace, you are content. You don't desire anything else because what you have is equal to the others. And in a way, the way we look at it is we know that with what we have, with the power we possess within the soul of the man, we can create what we need. So why do we need to steal? Then we are at peace. I don't look at what my neighbors drives because I know I can afford it. If you could cut this sequence that every command was released, it's more or less connected to the one before and after, or what is to come. It's not just on its own. All the commandments, the way they were given, was to cover the one before or collectively be the same for everything. You can't separate the commandments and just look at it and say that's it. You have to look at it collectively. And this is what I explained. It's part of the total understanding that we have to look at, not just segmented. So what Mr. Keshe is explaining here is that the 24 commandments is not just a row of commandments. They have a structure and they are kind of related to each other, or there is more to it than just what we the commandment separately. Maybe we go to the next slide because it's more from this private teaching. Okay, so I'm asking Mr. Keshe. So I understand. So they are in a way overlapping. So the commandments are overlapping. And Mr. Keshe says, in a way, they are not overlapping. They are connected. It's a different thing, overlapping and connected. They are all connected. They are given for a reason at a given point. When Moses was given the commandments, he was fully explained what everything is. It was not a gift packed that he went and collected. He was fully explained every commandment, its meaning of it, its outcome of it, what it's there for. It was not that he was given and he took it and ran or left. The time which he spent there, every command was explained to him, the purpose of it. So when Moses came down, he knew exactly what he was carrying. This is the beauty of the knowledge he was given. Now, in my teachings, I do the same, but I teach many which means nobody can say or change anything. The balance of the commandments was given the same time to everyone. That this time nobody can hide or change it. By the time it reaches the other. This is the beauty of working this way. And then I'm asking Mr. Keshe to go to the next one. And Mr. Keshe think I go very fast. So he doesn't want to go to the next yet. It will take you 1 day or 1 month to go through one commandment to understand it, to be able to shape it. Maybe when you're finished, you go back and start everything and discuss and enlighten. So there is even one more page of this, Rick. So this is a little less lecture on this, how to run the soul teaching, because Mr. Keshe wants us to discuss in collectively the commandments. When you collectively discuss, you collectively receive. And then what you receive, it is shared with all the souls. That's why these teachings of the soul, that's why these teachings of the soul have been put in, not just to go through, but for man to analyze, to mature. And then I ask, is it a way for us to understand our soul and the conduct of our soul? Isn't it? And Mr. Keshe says, in a way, yes. All the commandments are connected to the soul, but it's not everything about the soul. It was given to man in a way to understand through the world of physicality how the world of soul operates. That was the purpose. It wasn't to given to match up with physical life. It was given as an example of physical life for man to understand the process, how its soul works. You have to understand at that time, man had no understanding of the work of the soul. Even today, thousands of years later, you're still in the same dilemma. So, how I interpret this commandment, thou shalt be at peace with oneself, with thy neighbor, his tribe and tribes. When we are at peace with ourselves, this peace with the neighbor and the other tribes or communities or whatever, it will follow. It will be there. The peace will be there because you will be peaceful. And so be at peace is how I interpret this commandment. And then he says something that I'm very curious on, and that is the structure of the commandments. And we have discussed this in several occasions, and it might even be like a star formation, but I'm not sure about that, but maybe. And maybe that's something that we need to ask Mr. Keshe about. And then there is a directive to the soul teaching, where I've been a presenter for many years. And he says that instead of kind of go through stuff, we need to discuss, because when we discuss, he says that when you collectively discuss, you collectively receive. So that is and that it's field strength that is added to us when we discuss and ask and bring our view and on the same topic. And that's how we will mature when we do this. So it's been a great learning curve. Yes. Is there, do we have anyone who can add to these commandments? Is there anyone who wants to come in and add to it? Yeah, so this about the commandments is very, very essential, because when you live through the commandments, you live through your soul in a way, or at least you are in balance with your soul when you have implemented this into your physical life. And then we are at peace, and then we bring peace. And then we, as Mr. Keshe said in the introduction, then we can transmute and travel with our soul, because then the soul of the man and the soul of physicality are in balance and working and cooperating together. So it's a key in a way. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much, my dear. Salam, namaste, salute. Any beautiful souls want to share anything about I apologize, my internet connection is very low today, but still I'm here with you all beautiful souls. And anybody can want to share or comment on this, have their heart and soul share. You are most welcome.
Hello, here is Andreas.
Welcome,
Maybe it's
Andreas.
hi to all. Maybe it's a good transition to my topic, and
Okay.
I could share my presentation.
Okay, go on.
Yep. Oh, I have a little, here, because I'm also in the German meeting and translating. But now you should see my screen, or?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, then I have to find this here. Super. Yeah, I'm very thankful for the whole meeting today, because I'm working also at the commandments since the last 2 months already. And we made in the German community 5 public meetings to this. And still then I said I have to study it more, and like Marie said, the dots are connecting, and all together we come forward and forward. And there is also a reason Jaco contacted me 2 months ago. Yeah, it comes to his mind, he wants to do something about the commandments. And per mistake on Friday, it's about to elevate the souls of the prophets. And yeah, we have to learn also, understand more, so that we can also elevate them more. Yeah, and like Marie said, I went and through the transcription of the 204th Knowledge Seekers workshop. And because I wanted to find new answers, and one thing was, the soul is the mirror image of the creator. And with that I begin now. I read it at first, because then my following slides are connected to this excerpt. Your soul is the mirror image of the soul of the creator. You don't need no prophet to be enlightened with the light of the Creator and become the creator of the light yourself. Your soul is the mirror image of the soul of the Creator. It depends how you turn the angle of that mirror, that how bright the light of the soul of the man will shine. And that mirror is the physicality of the man, which reflects the light of the soul of the man. The more you become aligned with the correct, what I call path of life, the more the line of the sun becomes in line with the soul of the man, with the sun of the soul of the man, and shines the same as the light of the Creator. I made man in the image of myself. You need the mirror image to see. You need the mirror to see the image, and you need to have a mirror, which is the physicality of the man, to understand the position and the conduct of the soul of the man in respect to its physicality and the soul of the Creator. Blessed are those souls who understood. Yeah, and when I went through the commandments the first time, I just listened and I went and through the document what we had, and I realized I have not understood, or there are things missing in it. And there are not only a few transcriptions which haven't been in this document, there is also a lot of understanding in it, what we have to open up. And I came to the 24th commandment, and that will get also interesting, because then Mr. Keshe mentions the universal commandments, which we already know about of them. But I came to the 24th commandment, and I have read 24th comes out of the point of maturity. In a way, it's the key for you to open the door. I am the beginning and I am the end. I have told you that from day one. It was an excerpt of the 204th KSV. And then I thought, okay, I'm the beginning, I'm the end. The beginning is the first commandment and the end is the 24th in this case. Or also a cycle has not really a beginning or an end. But somewhere, it depends where you start, it has every time a beginning and an end. And I went into the first commandment, and it's, I am the Lord your God. And as we know from Mr. Keshe, God is just a word. We also can say it's a creator, it's a soul, it's a source of energy, it's a sun. And then we have I made man in the image of myself. That means the soul of the Creator, or our soul, is the same as the soul of our Creator. Or it's our own God, or it's our own sun which radiates out. And then I thought about I'm the beginning and I'm the end. And as we know, the sun or the soul radiates out and it comes back to. I'm the beginning where it starts and I'm the end. Like when we die, when we are born or created in the womb of the mother, this cosmic ray comes in. And then we become physicality. And then when we die, we could go back. And also he says, what comes from goes back to. And so I thought, okay, I can make it visual like this drawing here. Yeah, and okay, we are now, our soul is the mirror image of the Creator, as we have read in the text before. And we have read that our physicality is the mirror of our soul. So we know that our soul gives to our physicality the energy what is needed. And if we, and energy between, so we have the soul and the physicality, what is between? And between we have, for example, the emotions, energy in motions, which are in a way the transition between soul and the physicality. And these emotions manifest. Or we know that it's also the soul of the physicality, where our emotions, the energy flows, goes through and go through every cell of our body. Or we can also say this in here between is the spirit, our thoughts. Because through our thoughts in combination with the emotions, the one thing depends on the other thing and it's changing. And if we have bad emotions, then our physicality reaches it. And if there are bad emotions, then different diseases can come to life. And also a way to control or a guideline for the soul of our physicality, for our spirit, or for our emotions are the commandments. If we live a correct conduct, then we don't have bad emotions, we're in love, and we can feed our physicality. And our physicality shows, or the behavior in physicality shows how far we live through the soul, or how far the soul of physicality and the soul goes in one line, that there is no interruption in between, what we call emotions. If there is just love, what we feel, then like Asa said it 1 month ago, then there is no need more to understand the commandments. If you are in the unconditional, pure love, what we experience in different ways on our flights, then you don't want to steal or you don't make something wrong anymore because you have only to share, to give. And here is an example when, for example, we have the commandments and we not make the commandment not in the right way. Let's say if we lie, then we know when we lie, then we have something in our back head. We knew we have made a lie. And this, knowing this field strength in our memories, makes then here, brings this direct giving from the soul over the soul of physicality to the physicality in an imbalance. And the reflection will be different. In this case here, for me, the mirror is in this angle that he reflects direct back to the creator. And I think that's the best way to explain it. And when the mirror is in another angle, because it's disturbed, it reflects to somewhere else. And this reflecting back is the elevation of our soul, because the soul receives also to give more. And the giving more is the elevation. If you are more elevated, you can give more unconditional. That's why I painted it like this way. But of course, there are different ways too. You can visualize that. Now, when we look to all 24 commandments, and we have the perfect reflection back to our soul, then there is no disturbance in between. Our soul of physicality and our physicality are in one line with the soul of the creator. Our soul is our creator, then there is the bigger creator, or our sun is a bigger soul, and that's how a perfect balance would look like. And this is the balance which we are striving for. Because when we are in this balance, all our emotions are in peace. There are no filter anymore or blockage anymore not to receive the fields of our soul, or also the cosmic rays. And yeah, this is also that where we can then meet, where we're in peace, and where we can join the universal community or go everywhere into the universe, because we are in balance with the fields of the soul, and we are in balance with the fields of the creator. And if we are in balance with the creator, we don't just mirror in one way back to the creator, we mirror in 3D, in 360 degrees to everywhere. And as we are at the same level as the creator, we give to every source in existence around us too. That's what the arrows here to the outer space means. And so, like Mr. Keshe says in the Cycle of Creation video, an excerpt of the 177th workshop, Knowledge Seeker workshop, you can become another sun, you can become another galaxy. And this is what it means when you get really line in line with the soul of physicality and the soul of the man. You just give anymore. There is no blockage anymore. You give unconditional. That's what it means when it says there is no religion, there is no kingship, because all are equal, all souls are equal, and all receive the same. Here then again, as an example for the understanding, when we have all 24 commandments here, you see the beginning and the end. I thought maybe it's the same commandment, so that the one could be above the 24th, because when we reach that level, we are back to the first. When we reach the level of the universal community, then we are back at the first commandment: I am the Lord your God, or your creator, your soul, or your son. And we are the mirror image of the creator. But however, if we have, for example, let's say commandment number 6, and we don't fulfill this commandment, then we have here in the field flow, in the giving from the soul to the physicality, so in the soul of the physicality, imbalance. And so the mirror will reflect different back. And when that happens, then the whole system, the whole totality comes into imbalance. And the center out of the totality will not be like the center, like the source of energy, like the soul. So we won't can receive or give what it should be. And for example, if you then go through the commandments, there is the second commandment and also the 23rd. You should have no gods, no other gods besides me. And the 23rd is, you shall believe in one creator. And that is what the religions did. They made different creators, like the red point here. And this point is not even a copy. It's a wrong understanding, a misconduct, which came also through the prophets. And it can only be that this red circle is in the middle in the white circle, because there's only one creator for everything. And that was it already. And here, one thing is important. I explained that now, that this is the soul of the human and the soul of the physicality and the physicality. When our soul and our soul of physicality come in one line, as we read, the soul is the mirror image of the creator. Then also our soul reflects back to the creator, and also the creator receives from us to give more. And when he gives more, the whole totality benefits from it. And there's what was for me important, and what I came to understand more. And in this 2 months where I had been researching, one time I sit like Moses. I thought it's all too heavy for me, because I saw suddenly structures in myself where I thought, oh my God, I cannot handle this, what I see. For 10 minutes, I really thought, no, I give up. And I don't know, nobody, I believe, from us is perfect. And that's also what I want to speak on Friday with the prophets, or I already do. We all make mistakes, and we all have to learn, or we all made mistakes. And still, if we are now more aware, we still can make mistakes. But important is to know that nobody from us is alone, and that we have each other, and the creator, the prophets, the universal community. And we are not here to judge if somebody make mistakes. We are here for each other, to understand and to help us, that each other and we all together can grow. And I'm also interested, maybe also the prophets, as they received it already, but abused it, but already they maybe can give us something back. It's not a one-way street. And I'm very excited and thankful that we follow all together this responsibility, and that Mr. Keshe also takes us by our hands and helps us in every way he can support us to understand it, and that we all together make it. Thank you.
Thank you, Andreas. That was very interesting and beautiful presented. Thank you a lot.
Yes, thank you. Mary, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
we can hear.
Thank you, Andreas. Okay. Thank you, my dear Andreas. So beautifully you explained. And I will say that when the journey starts, like in the commandments, I will say, thou shalt not lie. And that where the journey begins up to the as we can see then the image of the Creator within us, within our soul. And this is why the truth comes out, you know, when you accept the truth, when you see the truth, when you say the truth, in a way.
I think you are dropping out, Sveta. Okay, maybe we could go further to the next slide. Maybe Sveta comes back here. So there is room for anyone who bring their needs and wishes for from your community to the Universal Council, if you would like to do that. Time to do that.
Yes, yes, yes. I've thanked to Andreas. Thank you.
Yeah, we lost you there, Sveta. Yeah.
Yes, I know. Yes, we can go to the wishes, bringing the community wish, and
yeah, we are already there.
Is that okay, Mary?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, okay. So, bringing.
Yes. So anyone
bringing the wishes of the.
Yes, Sveta.
Yes, thank you, Sweta.
Yes, yes. And
there is
yes.
There is a request from our live stream community from Nick V. Nick V says, I asked the Universal Council to grant me a wish. 4 universal travelers asked me to do something here in Australia. The first part I achieved, the second part I was betrayed. May they wish me another chance and for success what the 4 travelers of the universe asked me to do. Thank you, Universal Council and Honorable Rick.
Yeah, thank you for your sharing with us. I'm happy for your wish. Okay, we are on the 18-hour mark, or not 2-hour mark. I don't know.
We have a hand up here as well with Salamia. Perhaps we can hear from her.
Oh, yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Rick. Thank you, our beloved community from Universal Council. Wishes from Romanian community is a wish for a paradigm of cooperation instead of competition and conflict at the national level and international and universal level. Thank you very much.
We are present, my dear Salamia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.
Welcome. Any other sharing or wish?
We have a question in YouTube from Mary, who asks, it's in regard to thou shalt not kill. What about taking another life in self-defense? Is self-defense permissible then in this case?
I saw that question. I don't know how to answer that, but maybe we can answer it next time, because we need to discuss it and try to get more views on it. But
perhaps we could ask Mr. Keshe in the Knowledge Seekers Workshop.
Yes,
I know he's addressed that before, and
I can try to see if I find that where he said it before, because I think I've heard it too. But I'm not able to answer that. But it's an interesting question. Thank you.
It is, and maybe Mr. Keshe would have a new take on it on Thursday as well. We'll try to remember to ask him that.
Yes. Okay.
Hello,
Maybe.
everyone. This is Jacko.
Hello, Jacko. You're
Hi.
finally here.
Yes, finally I can speak. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I was at work and it was really not possible. But now it is possible. What do we do? Do we go back to the picture and do my part, or do we do it next week? It is late. It is 18:07.
Yeah, well, I might have to leave, but you can stay and talk about your picture, because it's kind of related to what is going on this week.
Yes, and also with what Andreas said.
So maybe you go back to, Rick, can you go back to that picture with the spiral?
And I see Hassan just wrote what I also saw somewhere. Thou shalt carry no arms to kill or defend. It is in one of the commandments, and
Yes.
it is in the world peace. Yes, it is. So even not to defend, carry no weapon. Maybe that is also a part of the answer for what was the question before.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, this picture shows the points of the Fibonacci. Maybe some of you heard of them. They are the numbers that is always counting the last number to the next one. So the first one is 1, and then is 1 and 1 is 2, and so on. That goes on, and this gives, if you connect these dots, these points, you come to these pictures you see. On the right side is the pictures itself, and on the left side is connected, and this gives the spiral that we are so familiar with. So I put something together. What did we learn from the commandments? If we understand not only the physical part, but especially the soul part, it brings us to a specific position. And this position is meant what Andreas just showed us, where the angle of the mirror reflects to us to understand. Every other position, wrong conduct, disables the oneness we need to become universal cosmic travelers. That's why we think good, and by that we speak good and do good. We learn, understand, become, and live the commandments in the right ethos. As a firefighter, one learns to use the tubes, the jet pipes, and the firefighter's engine. And then you learn how to use it right. For example, to use big water drops, then you got less steam in the room where you're distinguishing, and by that you see much more through your breathing masks. After that, you learn how to work as a team, as a group, and you become much more efficient together. Then the next step is to coordinate those groups. And here comes the point. When all the firefighters are running to the burning house to help those in need, one should make one step backwards. It is to keep the overview. Then you see where the danger is and where it needs more of your effort. Mr. Keshe always taught us to look at the totality, to the total picture. In this total picture, he taught us the way through the commandments, through the physicality to the soul. All is equal in one line: man, earth, sun, solar system, universe, and unicos, all the way back to the creator. So now send all your love and light, unconditional, to the creator, because we are here to serve and to bring peace on earth. Thank we as one.
Thank
So
you,
now we can
Jacko.
go
Jacko, can
to
you
the
hear me?
last slide. Yes, hello, Sweta.
Oh, hello. Thank you, Jacko. Thank you so much. Yes, we can go to the last slide.
Are you finished, Jacko, or?
Yes, you can go to the last slide
Okay.
of the presentation. Thank you.
Hello, Marjorie, can you hear me?
Yes, you're breaking up a bit, but we hear you. Go ahead, Sweta.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you. I will say, my all beautiful souls, that there is no need of any defense, because there was never a war or no enemy. But we know we can elevate all souls by communicating with love. We don't need any weapon anymore. So here we are here to serve, not to be served. And I will say again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Suswagatam to the beauty and totality of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Welcome all knowledge seekers, all lovers, I will say. Thank you so much, always, in this beauty and totality. And salam, namaste, salute.
Very good. Thank you, Sweta, and thank you all the members of the Universal Council for being here today.
Excuse me, I want to say something shortly. Can you remember when Mr. Keshe explained the people who fall out of the window? And he said in the future, the soul will elevate it, that they don't come in such a situation. And that is what we don't have to use weapons to defend each others. We have to elevate our soul and go in the same line with the soul of our physicality, and our soul will never bring us in such a situation if we live a correct conduct. That's I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
May I also add something? In the chat, Mark just wrote, I remember he said it's better to be killed than to kill. Apply your own understanding. I was thinking about this when I went to military. The one who pulls the trigger and kills someone becomes guilty. So I think that is why it is much better to not and to accept not to kill. Just, yeah, thank you.
Okay, anybody else have something to add before we wind up here?
This is Moshek. I would like to add a little bit, since Shweta did the drawing and Jaco introduced the dots. So let's draw with the dots. The dots. So let's consider peace to be one of those dots. And one of the things that those who are present here as knowledge seekers know, that we love to be in peace. So the love is driving the peace, that dot. So we have a love dot, we have a peace dot. And we have the other dot, which is the flight on the 20th. And the next dot is we are elevating the soul of the prophets to achieve this peace, the next dot. And And the other dots, we who are participating in this process are the other dots. So if peace is our objective, do we need the mobile phone or the headphone and all of these to connect to this meeting? So my invitation to all knowledge seeker is to join those of us who will be there with the headphone. And do we need anything besides the soul to connect all these dots? Do we need the phone? So my invitation is for everybody to join on that time, on that day, whether you have a phone or a mobile or a headphone or whatever. If you don't have to have any of these, you don't have, our soul, can't our soul do this connection? Surely we can. So since we all love to be in peace, isn't that strong enough link for us to join together to reach this objective? Aren't we all capable of it? For there is nothing in between us and the Creator. Therefore, there is nothing in between us and the peace we want to achieve. So everybody is invited to participate. With their soul. And soon enough, these mobile phones, even the CPC unit that Mr. Keshe has talked about, may take the route of obsolescence, and we remain connected with the Creator, which elevates our soul all the time. And then our reality, or the physical reality that we live on this planet or elsewhere in the universe, is always reflecting that light of the Creator. So, and it's a good opportunity to exercise our soul, to reach this peace. Yes, we are using all the instruments to do it, but let's try to do as well as we can. And we all get there together. The more, the merrier. Thank you very much.
Yes, Moshwek, thank you very much.
Hello, Moshwek. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, I say thank you, my dear Moshwek, for your kind and lovely words. That is always. Thank you so much. I am connected again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, does anyone else have anything they'd like to say before we end our program today? Okay, well, this has been the 257th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice, here on Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. Our next public teaching workshop will be the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, which will be tomorrow on Wednesday, January 18th, 2023, starting at 7 a.m. Yes, hello?
Hello. Thank you so much. I have extended again invitation because January 29th need unifying the all souls, because I need unifying the peace, but unified and correct the path of the prophets is maybe as a gigant step to obtain the peace. Thank you so much.
Okay, and the...
I see that you asked and allowed me to unmute. I just want a quick note. When we receive from the Creator, everybody does, it's unending, constant. And if we make mistakes, break a commandment and so on, then it does not go directly, does not reflect back like the mirror to the Creator. So then our intention should be to send our energy to the Creator through our soul, and that will help to correct it. It's just a thought. Rather than
Gail,
trying
can
to
you
send...
hear me? Hello, Gail?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're saying, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying that if we don't do that, then we end up with kind of going in the wrong direction and maybe not being able to send to other people. It's just a thought. If we make mistakes, does it interfere with us being able to elevate other souls and so on? Just my thought. Thanks.
Gail, can you hear me now? Hello? Okay.
I can barely hear you, so I tell you, you're breaking up.
Now can you hear me, Rick?
Yes.
Oh, I just want to say to Gail that if you in the commandments, if you follow the commandments to see the Creator, then it is according to your balance and understanding. Sometimes some position, there's a lie, and that lie becomes the truth with somebody. So you have to, in a way, in the level of understanding, you have to justify what you see. So the commandments are there, but you have to be in balance what you see and what you want to see, like that. Sometimes a lie in...
We lost the
Sorry,
last
can't hear you.
She just left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to me, I was just saying, if we've made mistakes, then our intention should be to give to the Creator and make sure that the energy is going to go all over in a correct way. I heard that from, I couldn't remember, Jaco or Andres. I'm just thinking about it, so that's why I'm speaking. Thanks.
We should never be worried about when we make mistakes. We have to think about, and we have just to look that we don't make the same mistakes again. And for the creator, everyone is good enough, everything, because he gives unconditional to everything. And as we are equal with the creator, we can also give back to him. He does not expect this, but we can do it. And when we can do it, or we do it, then we elevate him the same as we get elevated. And in this case, the whole cosmos will be changed, like Mr. Keshe said, and we are all in the same team. And we are here to give much more beauty and to make everything much more beautiful. But nobody points with the finger on somebody, especially not the creator. He has understood it. He just gives, and he loves us all.
Thank you for that, Jaco. Thank you.
Okay, is there any further comments? Okay, we'll wrap up our workshop for today. And as I was mentioning, the next public teaching workshop will be the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, which will be on Wednesday, January 18th, starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time. And that's open to both newcomers and old timers of the plasma technology. And it's an open exchange of concepts, ideas, and replications of the technology. So people are welcome to attend that. And of course, we have the Knowledge Seekers Workshop coming up on Thursday, January 19th. And that's at the usual time this week of the 9 a.m. Central European Time. Okay, I think we'll get into our ending.
Rick, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, hello, Shweta.
Hello? Connected. I'm saying that all the newcomers and the old ones, thou shalt dance. Can you hear me? Rick?
Yes, we hear you.
Rick,
We
can
hear
you hear
you.
Thou shalt dance and always do.
Thou shalt dance.
Thank you
The
so much.
The 25th
shalt
commandment, the missing commandment, thou shalt dance. Okay, thank you, Sweta. Thank you, everybody from the Universal Council, and thanks to everyone for attending here today. See you all in the next public teaching workshop.
Thank you, everyone.